old business. And the first item on the old business is approved payment of invoice for repair to Discovery Center. I see that Mr. Edie has found a line item for payment, right?
Yes, ma'am. We looked up a item in our regular budget. There was a $5,000 line item for, city buildings, repair and maintenance. So that would be my recommendation. I make a motion that we take it out of that $5,000 line item.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. All in favor?
I have a question. Has the work been completed on the building? What's the name of it? Has the work been started on the building?
It's been completed. It's complete.
It's complete.
It's complete. Any further discussion? Okay. So we have all in favor, any opposed?
I voted in favor of it, yes. I approve
Okay.
the motion to pay it.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay. Next item for discussion is the signature card. We have the signature card with, already signed, but we have to, do I have a motion to accept the signature cards with the exception of?
With the exception of, please remove the name off of all cards, all 14.
Okay.
All 14 accounts.
May I speak to me? I had asked the same thing, so I'd like for y'all to honor my request too, please.
Okay. We'll accept. Except we have to do another resolution. So we have a motion to accept. Do I have a motion to accept the two signatures being removed from the card?
Before we remove the clerk's signature from the cards, will we have a amount of where we are at or where we stand before we do that?
What we'll have to do is ask,
I mean, where we're standing in our bank account.
yeah.
You want to announce these two, you have to do it. I need to get into the one so we cannot change things.
Let's just go ahead and answer her question. Because once you've removed yourself from that, you've removed yourself from
Well, these,
all of it.
except for these three, now, I'll be taking off these three, okay? These couldn't be changed to start with. We started the process, but we need to get into the minutes that these weren't supposed to be changed.
I need a little bit more discussion on that. We'll take that to the next time.
We'll need to go ahead and straighten out while we're changing all that.
I need a little bit more information on that.
That's what I've already given you back on February 25th. Yes, ma'am.
Let's work off on that and take it back to that. What I'm going to do is ask the attorney to write up a resolution for those name change, that we get the new card signatures resubmitted to Morris Bank, please.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
On the current cards that we turn in with the signature card, simply get the man and new administration name that she appointed to the financial code. We have a problem that, it is not a problem, just the one that doesn't want her name on and look small with doesn't want their name on. But we appreciate the fact they are willing to stay on until we get a new resolution and get replacement and redo the name for us. So therefore, city business cannot be held up as a result. They won't be signing checks, they won't be issuing that, but they will stay open until we get the new resolution, and then their name can be removed. As is, their name needs to be on there. If their name is not on there, then city business will not function.
That's right.
So that's the purpose. We gotta get a new resolution.
And that's what I was saying.
Anybody can sign that card, I mean, the bank's not approved, those big names on cards, today, didn't they?
Right, that includes with yours being on there.
Yeah, but so we just supposed to take mine and hers off.
Yeah,
Everybody
you
else still
can't
signs
do that,
it.
Council, you can't do that, you gotta have a new
We
resolution
gotta have a new
per
resolution.
bank. A new resolution with signature.
Well, that's fine with me too, but still, I'm not gonna sign another check.
We understand that.
Mayor, can I ask a question about the resolutions? Do you want me to do the one tonight like I did before, handwrite it, or you want me to do it all properly?
Right on, we like you to do it properly. And that way it won't be
But y'all are voting on that tonight, so
Right.
Mr. Reese says it'll be effective. Is that what I understand?
No, it won't be effective tonight, it won't be effective until the minutes is approved.
approved.
Okay.
And all is taken down to the bank, and that'll be at the next council meeting unless there's a call meeting.
I got it. Thank you.
So do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
I second.
All in favor? Any opposed?
No.
Motion carries.
Vote nay.
Our next item is approve the Georgia Fund 1 resolution and signatures. We still not had a chance to
So that's one of the ones I was trying
discuss
to,
that.
well, I was trying to tell you that one, not a Morris Bank account. You have to go through the resolution. The state treasury account. Okay, that's the new one you need to fill out. But the old account had myself and Kenneth and Terry Reese on there, so you need to appoint 3 to go on the new signature card. The Georgia Fund one is totally separate.
Can I say something, I mean, before we get too far on that, just to try to clear something up, Mike?
Go ahead.
We only have $5,300 in that. We're not making any interest on it. Why don't we just go ahead and clear that account out, put that money in the bank? There's 2 people that can sign it now, ain't y'all? Mr. Reese or,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I just found out about Georgia Transport. I knew of it, but actually sent a statement. What I would like to know is, I see we're getting large amounts of money into the account from the transfer, from revenues and all. So I would like to see, I don't know where the money's coming from, how the money get there. I want to see myself how the money gets into the account, into the Georgia Transfer. Is that,
in the Georgia One Fund?
right?
We put that money in there about 10 or 12 years ago, and had nothing been put in there since then.
Okay, so what was the overall total? I want to see a statement as to, if possible, reflect the overall total that month ended.
You know, we get one every month. I thought everybody got it out of their box and looked at it.
Okay, I get the printout, so that's what we're going
You
by.
got it for the last several years when y'all were working on the
Right,
audit.
that's
That's
what
what that is.
Okay, okay.
Councilman, I'm glad you brought that out because that, I've not been knowing what it is I've been seeing because I've not had.
Yes, ma'am.
look at all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm not against it, I just want you to know that I would like to have a bit more, I'd like to see
Sure.
what is being
Sure.
transpired. And until such time, I'll just hold table that to the next.
That's good, sure. We can do that.
Our next discussion is G.B.R. And, you want to care to just elaborate on that,
Well, I can elaborate on what I know, Mayor.
because I just received this, maybe about
Yes, ma'am. Well, I have been,
20 minutes before the meeting.
well, that just transpired today. I've been negotiating with the attorney who handles things like this for G.B.R. As y'all recall, y'all got a notice on March 5th, I believe, that they were going to non-renew effective May 1st. And I think, reading some of the fine print in the contract, I think they did not give the city have notice, which says if they're going to non-renew, they have to give the city 90 days notice. So I informed their attorney of that, and then they came back and said, well, we will extend the non-renewal for 30 days, which would be a total of 90 days from March 5th, which would give you actually until June 3rd, 4th, I think is 90 days. So you've got, we're trying to finish up the paperwork on that. You will in effect have an additional 30 days, hopefully, to secure.
So now this, as you said, the non-renewal is not expiring as of May 1st.
No, ma'am, it's going to be June 3rd or 4th, I believe. June 3rd.
Would have been nice. They didn't know this prior to, I know.
Well, we've been working on that for about 2 weeks after I notified them that I didn't think the notice they gave the city was sufficient because it wasn't full 90 days. Of course, they can terminate you with 45 days notice for any reason, but they didn't choose to terminate the coverage. They chose to non-renew it, which is the difference. You have to give 90 days notice if it's a non-renewal.
So this is looked upon as non-renewal,
Yes,
as I
ma'am.
read, since I've been in discussion with respect to the non-renewal. So this is just not going to be renewed, right?
That's right. If you've got an insurance policy on your house and it runs out May 1st, the company can tell you, we're just not going to renew your insurance. They don't have to give you a reason. And that's as far as what's happened here, but at least we managed to eke another 30 days out of it. So, and I have emphasized, you know, and I think it's been in progress to secure some insurance through another source. I have talked to the broker who helps G.B.R handle their coverage, and they were interested in trying to help the city get additional coverage, get replacement coverage. And what the broker told me was, he said, your best bet is to pick an agent that you're comfortable with and that you want to do business with, and let that agent handle all the information about renewal. So you don't need 3 or 4 insurance agents out running around. There's only about 4 companies in the country that write this kind of insurance. And any insurance agent has access to the same information. And you get people cross-talking with each other, and you get situations where you've got too many people handling the pie, so to speak. And it would be better to have one agent handling all of this quotes, because you're only going to get about 2 or 3 anyway. And get the one that you want, think the insurance agent thinks is the best one, and let them handle it. Rather than having 3 or 4 agents going around, because they're all looking at the same companies.
So we'll wait on that, okay?
So it's important if you've got somebody, and I don't know if you have or not, I suggested that you, and I sent Tawana some information about different companies. There's,
I've contacted several.
did you contact BB&T?
I believe so. There were several in there.
They're a good reputable company. If anybody,
Who is that?
BB&T Insurance Services, and they can part of the same BB&T for banking company.
That's Mr. Bass, isn't it?
Bass, Bill Bass,
yes.
yeah.
He's been very helpful.
Jim Bass, excuse me. Well, but the important is,
All the locals.
So if we get that information.
the important thing is to
Look it over.
keep after somebody, whoever you choose as an agent. I'm not recommending or not recommending somebody. I'm just relaying what Mr. Oliver told me at the brokerage services for G.B.R that you just need to keep on them and get them to get you some quotes, because you're going to have a meeting and consider these things, and you're going to have to vote on coverage and that sort of thing. So it's important just to keep on top of it.
Yes, on the fact that they are not going to renew us, it's a non-renewable. They choose to go 90 days versus the 60 days or whatever. Are we still paying a premium, or that money that's already there?
Well, that was another issue that came up in the conversation with Ms. guy, said that there may be some small additional premium for the extra 30 days. I'll hopefully have that information in the next few days. I'll share that with you as soon as I get it.
As soon as you get it to her, then she'll.
You said I couldn't ask a question without a turn, I'm asking for a turn. That's the question.
Just hold off and I'll get to you.
It's a reference to the insurance.
Let me.
I just have a question. You made a statement at the last meeting that, and I've read the letter now, you made a statement that due to the previous mayor is the reason why they were non-renewing the insurance. Anywhere in the letter, do you see that? I just would like for you to correct that statement.
I can't correct because I don't recall making that statement.
You did. Everybody,
Excuse me.
I'm just asking if you would like to recant that statement.
Excuse me.
That's all.
That is not something that I recall. I don't have the minutes here. I never recall saying that, your uncle was in any way,
I remember, I was here, I heard it. And I read the letter afterwards, because I had not read the letter before that, was my statement was made, so I didn't know what was in the letter.
what I recall making a statement, in that non-renewal is that it was a dysfunction of this president.
Last night.
And
You said due to.
no, I said the lawsuits. Clearly, now you asked me, I said the lawsuits come under the previous mayor. That's the statement I made.
And that is not in the letter.
Please, please.
Like recant that.
Now, that's enough, because I just answered your question. That I said the previous lawsuits was under previous mayor, Mayor Turner, not Mayor Lou.
And it doesn't say that in the letter either. That's
Okay.
why I'm asking.
What letter? Where's that letter?
Oh, I can look up on Facebook.
We don't do Facebook.
It's the
Okay.
letter you received from the council.
I have not, we just,
You've not read it?
who was that made the statement? Would you please have her?
Y'all be quiet, everyone y'all be quiet.
I just want to clarify that.
That part's over. That part's over.
That's all, I got my answer. I got my answer.
Go ahead.
I know what you're saying.
Get that camera out.
Excuse me,
Get these cameras out of my face.
excuse me.
What she's
Because I'm not saying a word. I want the cameras out of my
No,
face.
I'm just wondering if the statement she made from the whole town. Correct. It didn't say that in the letter.
Not video her. It's not right there, say it back. I did not video her.
Excuse me.
Why should I have to leave? I did not video her. Mayor, I have not videoed her, and I have not even said anything. I have not said anything.
Miss
That's
Sapp,
not according to the
Ma'am.
Miss
actual.
Murphy, would you take charge of your daughter, please?
She said anything.
I'm not gonna ask you.
Okay,
I'm not gonna ask you.
I'll tell you what.
If I have to leave, she should also have to leave.
Listen.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, listen, let me say this. If both, because both have spoken out of turn, I would ask you that both of you exit the building.
I haven't said anything.
You did just now.
Everybody knows she's this. I'm not leaving unless you leave.
We will now, if we can't get any further, adjourn the meeting.
No, no, erase it. Not
Okay, wait just a minute. Mr. Mixon, if you don't stop Okay. Okay. Let's stop. This will cease right now. Ms. Nelson.
Have you made your stop here in? She's not slow to think. Paperwork saying where you just hit the camera.
This is a meeting. This is not this is a meeting.
That's what she asked her to do.
This is a meeting.
And you see what you do?
This is a meeting. I haven't done anything except ask you to sit down, please sit down, or else you will be exited.
That wouldn't have been a problem.
Okay.
I can't ask.
Just
See,
please have a seat.
look what she's doing, Mary Ann. She's basing it upon. See? But because she's your
If
daughter.
that be the case, I will have to ask everybody to include the media.
It's a law. Oh, you can't do that.
But like you said, because she's your daughter, you're not doing anything.
Mr. Etheridge,
Yes, ma'am.
would you please be removed?
I can move myself.
Thank you. I tell you what, I think what we can do right now is adjourn this meeting. Thank you.
Good idea.
Once again, the meeting was adjourned by the mayor. Once again, we see a dysfunction in the meeting process in the state of Georgia.
Motion wasn't carried.
Mr. Bill is already give some insight on what's going on.
Okay. Before we, Council Lee. Everything is out of order. Come on, y'all. We're better than this.
You said the lady in the council.
People, please.
I want to know how you can say the meeting is adjourned and then all of a sudden in the next breath, they know y'all come back now. No, you can't do that.
Listen. Okay, let me say this. Because y'all are all out of order, we've got some pressing issues here that needs to be addressed, you all.
And you just throw those issues
Sir,
out.
I will ask you to leave the meeting if you can't do it.
We're not gonna take any more questions from the crowd. Everybody has to be quiet from now. We're gonna finish this city council meeting and we'll be done with it. Anybody else that opens their mouth or has a problem, you're gonna be escorted out. So everybody please be quiet, okay? Go ahead.
Thank you. Our next discussion is, whatever.
I apologize for interrupting. We've got a little issue here. Open meetings, because if somebody left after you announced the meeting was adjourned, then they should lawfully prove the meeting was adjourned. And now it's not adjourned, so I'm a little concerned about open meeting issues that we don't need to get into again.
So, the meeting, as the attorney, how would you address this about the I have a constituent just made a legitimate concern about her house being, knocked off the block by one of our officers, I'm sorry, one of the employees.
I'm sorry, I need to get through with the adjournment issue first, and I can address whatever this other question is.
Since I've never had this to happen, so I need to adjourn and then reopen the meeting. Is that what you're saying?
Once the meeting's adjourned, it's adjourned. And then another meeting will be a new meeting, it would have to be advertised according to the council meeting, it would have to be advertised. You have a special meeting afterwards.
Well, that means that we have to close the meeting out. It's not to be in any trouble. We'll have to accept that as the attorney.
The other issue was, I don't think the council voted to adjourn, so we got.
That's the fact of the matter, I said that we'll have to adjourn this meeting because everybody's out of order. So, now that you've said this, now do I get a second that we adjourn this meeting? A motion, right?
I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting, so we'll be legal from this point on.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?